cool. Next thing I want to talk about, last topic for the day, man. Let's close it off with the biggest. Yay is back. Well, not really. But yeah, so you guys know I did a video on Candace Owens back when I didn't make the decision to diversify, so now I'm very much niche. I just cover hip hop. We're just talking about hip hop here and music and stuff like that. So yeah, I did a video on Candace Owens. She was back and she had teased her interview that she had with Kanye, West. And now she's finally dropped it. Thank goodness, because she was having a whole bunch of other people coming in and talking about crazy things. She had Ray J talking about transgender. I was like, what the fuck does Ray J know about transgenderism? No offense, but it's just like, that was weird, But yes, she's got the Ye episode, and they talk about. I watched the entire thing. I think I watched like 90% of it, and yeah, I don't know. It's more of a conversation, and they talk about a whole bunch of. This is like, mind you, this was recorded in 2022. So this was like 2 years ago when Ye was still, he was like in between the really Christian, phase and also the really right Republican phase. You know what I mean? Like prior to that, he was really on the Christian, and then he was really on the right Republican, and yeah, so that's kind of the theme of it. I don't think he's like that now anymore, because Kanye. If you follow Kanye as much as I've been following him, he really goes through like themes of his life, where sometimes he's like this, and sometimes he's like this, and sometimes he's advocating for this. Because now I don't think he's on the Christian thing anymore. Like honestly, if you listen to especially if you listen to the music he's making, on Vultures One, what's that song? He literally says, "I'm the new Jesus, bitch." Yeah, it's like, bro, this is someone who came from, making Donda and making a Christian album and all that. It's just like, Jesus is king and having the choir and all that. So now you're like, he's kind of like Devil Jin now. That is a great example. If you guys have played Taken, the video game, the fighting video game, there's one of the main characters, Jin, Kazuya's son. He's got a normal Jin, and then he's got the devil side of him called Devil Jin, who just does fucked up shit. He's got wings and he's got a third eye, horns, and he flies and stuff shit. So I feel like this is like the type of phase that Kanye's in now, so he's got to get back to Jin. But anyway, that's enough yapping. We're going to hear what he says. I'm going to put it the part where he's talking about his tweet, where he's talking about that DEFCON to those people tweet that he mentioned, and he's kind of going to explain it, like, since he never got that chance to explain it, as he says, this is him explaining it at the time when he tweeted it. So how crazy is that? So it's not like right now he's explaining it, because mind you, this is 2 years old at the time when he tweeted it. So interesting.
Jewish abortion rate at the same level as the Black abortion rate. 50% of Black deaths a year is actually abortion. You don't see the Jewish divorce rate at the level of 70 something. You said the percent of Black moms raising their kids by themselves. You don't see Jewish people shooting each other down in the street on World Star and then rapping about it. It's just not, there's not Jewish content like that. And also Jewish people do business together. And that's what I said on the Drink Champ, say, these are things that I'm envious of.
I think the first thing that someone would say if you said that, right, is same for Chinese. You don't see Chinese people shooting each other. You don't see Chinese people with the super high divorce rate. You don't see Chinese people and Japanese people and Korean people and Hispanic people-ish, but no matter what, nobody's rates of violence and abortion are as high. White America, forget Jewish America, white America don't have these same rates, right? And so they ask why isolate Jewish American population?
Well, for Black people, okay, with the rates of that ours being higher, we're still, you go see the slave movie, you see like a slave get their teeth pulled out in front of another slave. Mm-hmm. We're still getting our teeth pulled out, literally like in jail. I have friends whose, family members went to jail and they got killed by an officer, and then the officer all of a sudden quit and they're not there anymore and stuff, and so they can't do the trial, and mm-hmm. So we're getting left and right still treated like slaves. And what the reason why I specifically say the Jewish people is the Jewish people, like how the Armenians worked in a meatpacking district. Mm-hmm. The Jewish people came into power in the 80s, truly, when the divorces started happening because of Wall Street, because the Catholic lawyers wouldn't divorce people, and they came into money the way how the darker Jews, the Black people, are coming into money now. Mm-hmm. And they had to, and they did a great job. They colluded. They Before that, they were very involved with the civil rights movement, which actually the movement was, it moved blacks from being Republican over to becoming Democrats. That was what the movement, that's where the move happened. Now everyone's, why are you calling them out specifically? When I said death,
I wonder where like Kanye gets his source from, you know? Like I wonder like what does he read? What does he watch? Because I feel like a lot of the things he says, he kind of like regurgitates something that he's read or something someone's told him or something he's watched or something. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to find out like what is his source, you know?
FCON 3, I didn't get an opportunity to say what that meant, but it meant I'm going to call out all these things that have been done to me specifically by Jewish people that so happen to be businessmen or businesswomen, but still it was done by Jewish people to me, to the darker Jew. And I was going to go one by one. And the reason I said it like that is just to say, I know you guys are going to call this anti-Semite, and I'm not afraid of that title. Now I'm going to lean into that title. So call me whatever you want, because you call me void already. What's the definition of black? Void of color. Some people, artists may say it's all color. And it can also mean like, it's like what they did. And when I ran for office and they showed me on the TV and they like blacked my face out and they had me be void. And I think that the Jewish people always will tell you about the trauma and the Holocaust. So one of my favorite lines on the Drink Champs, he actually hit me about this, was when Doug Trani said, hey, I want to take you to the Holocaust Museum. And I said, I want you to go to our Holocaust Museum, Planned Parenthood. Like, we're still in the Holocaust. 6 million Jewish people died in the Holocaust. Over 20 million darker Jews, black people, have been aborted. More babies are aborted in New York at this.
He said this thing so many times. I've never actually like researched it myself. I've never Googled and I think we should do it now. Let's say abortion. What should I say? Abortion rate, USA stats. No? Something like that. Let's see what we get. Yeah, USA abortion rates. This is by liveaction.org. Hopefully it's reliable. All right. So most abortion clinics are women in their 20s. That's 60 to 56% of that. Most abortion clinics have previous live birth. Black women had the highest abortion percentage, 38.4% rate, 23. So 23.8 abortions per 1,000 women in a ratio. Okay, can I just get like a total number? Okay, here we go. Non-Hispanic white women, non-Hispanic black women. Okay, I think that'll be in there. So the reported number of women abortions in 2019 was 132,000. That's the reported numbers. That's the reported numbers of the non-Hispanic black women who had reported abortions. And non-Hispanic white women is 115,000, which is only like 15,000 less than the non-Hispanic black women, It's not like a drastic amount difference. So interesting. Fuck, I was not showing that. Oh, gosh, sorry. But yeah, let's get back to it.
This point than born at this point. And my thing about the media, the majority of the media, over 50% of the media, at least probably 80%, but over 50% of the media is run by Jewish executives. And they allow all of this abortion-driven content that more affects the darker Jew, the black people, more than any other race. But then you ask, because you can't even Google, like when you Google Jewish abortion rate, it'll be one piece of information. Next information is like from 4 years ago or something. There's no information about it. And if I attempt, my mom said try and spell it. If I fail by attempting to have a conversation with a Jewish person about the abortion rate, they won't allow the conversation to be had. That's why I said, hey, I'm me tooing the Jewish race. That's saying, hey, you guys got to come up and say, did you do this or did you not do this? And I'm calling a lot of times say people feel like I'm very selfish driven because I'll talk about things I specifically went through. So I said, okay, well, I'm this voice for the actors, the musicians, the athletes. Specifically, I know are in situations where at least 4 of the people that they do business with are Jewish, and those people know each other, and the athletes come and go, and that 4, 5, 6, 8 people remain. The athletes come and go like cattle in the stable. The actors come and go. The musicians come and go. And that mainstay of that Jewish, should say crew, because it sounds less ramped up than mafia, right? The mob sounds less mentally ill. So
yeah. Ooh, that was dense, eh? That was dense. But yeah, no, I mean, it's the sentiment has been saying, since talking about the Jews controlling things, all of that. And I mean, I don't really know. I don't really know what to say. I don't really know what to say. I don't really know what to be. I'm kidding. But yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting. I think we're gonna leave it there, man. All right, cool. All right, pal, cool. Guys, thanks so much for watching. I appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, share your comments. Let me know what you guys think. It's your boy, your sister. Bow.